Dr. Rocket and one called Dirty Dirty right here at Kpft Houston off of the fantastic CD Dr. Rocket Live. Hey, let me ask you something. Tell me a little bit about this band. And there was a couple of people in this band that are now married and living in Pearland.
Yeah, the drummer and one of the sisters, drummer Wiley Hudgens, who also played for years with Herschel and Beans Barton and the Bipeds. He lives in Pearland with sister Lisa Williams.
Were they an item during the band?
No, they weren't. But they met years and years later. And
really? Hey, remember we used to be in the band together and they got married?
Yeah, well, great. What the heck,
And one of the other sisters is still singing in New York?
She was a real spark plug for this band, and she taught me probably more about, quote, show business than anybody. And her name is Cindy Thrall.
Really? After being in the business so many years?
I mean, she taught me to love playing and to just not ever say, this is a crummy gig, let's don't give our best. Right. She is a show person, what you call a show person, not a musician. She would just kick butt. She could dance and we worked that, she would just taught me a lot about it. So anyway, and Lisa was just full of love, man, and she just always was there promoting really hard and singing her butt off too to make it good, She probably did more for that band to promote Dr. Rocket than anybody.
Very nice. So, Very nice. So there's some great stuff here, and we've got Romano live in the Kpft studio from the band, as well as Steve Hunter, who will be joining Dr. Rocket, I guess. No,
this is going to be, we're calling this Tommie Lee Bradley and the Shuffle Brothers.
Okay.
And so I'm a Shuffle Brother.
But he always gets mentioned in the billing because Dr. Rocket definitely had some infamy here in town.
And Tommie Lee Bradley's been around for quite a while, and she's done quite a few things as well.
Just, we could probably ask her, but it's like I say, I recorded her back in the late 60s. We've known each other off and on. She's done work in my studio over the years. We've rarely played together though, and except at jams and stuff. But Steve knows more about her and and her moves, and just things coming together for us to all get to play together has been really great. And I really want to emphasize on this deal. I know you and I have so much catching up to do about just stuff, but Tommie Lee is, I want to be here saying that this is something worth you people coming out to see tomorrow night, because Tommie Lee,
she's world class.
It down.
She's a world class singer.
Well, let's talk to her.
Hey, that's a good idea. Here, let me dial him up.
Tommie Lee, how you doing today? Hello? Oh, here we go. Let's try that. You with us?
Yeah, I said I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Everything going all right today?
It's going great. I was in my car. I couldn't get reception in my house, so I went out in my car and I thought, I better roll the windows down. Because, I was kind of scared that something might happen with the fumes, but y'all were sounding wonderful.
You're in Dickinson, correct?
Yes, I am in Dickinson, and they make you show your passport coming in and out.
Wow. And you're coming out sometime this afternoon to come practice with these guys today here in Houston?
I'm going to escape, yes. On my way, I rescued a turtle yesterday, so I'm taking him or her to turtle rescue and then coming to rehearse with the guys.
Very nice.
She and we're both turtle rescuers.
Yes, we are.
Tommie, tell me a little bit about your music history and how you got started in this crazy business.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I'll tell you, I started when I was 18, and Steve Hunter and I were talking yesterday about how we're just amazed that our parents let us go and play these places.
No lie.
Coming home, the sun was coming up, and 18, 19 years old, and driving around Houston, like the Cellar, downtown Houston. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but there were all sorts of bullet holes in the wall.
Wow.
It was a rough place, but we didn't think anything about it. We were into the music, just having fun. And
we wanted to play.
And wanting to play, raring to play. And I met Steve Hunter at University of Houston, and he approached me and said, look, I've heard you singing there at the Cellar with this group called Southern Comfort. And I'd have to sing in between the strippers. And anyway, he came up and he said, I've got this band I've been putting together, and I'd like you to join them on one condition. And I said, yeah, what's that? He said, that I can sing with you. And so that's how Buttermilk Bottom started, and the two of us were the front singers, and we had 4 musicians with us, and which we've lost one of our musicians, but Tony Bronigal is the drummer that was in that band, Steve Lescart, guitarist, Kirk Rogers, bassist, and Dennis
Watson
is deceased, so we...
R.I.P.
But anyway, that was some good times,
And you've had a pretty successful career over the years. You got discovered, I guess. Well, and let's put it this way: REO Speedwagon discovered you and put you in some of their songs.
they did. When I moved up to Nashville, they came in to see me sing with this review that I had, and it was great. They took me to New York and to Poundridge, New York. I did recordings there with them and Harry Chapin and several other people. I worked up in Montreal and with some Montreal superstars. I sang background. I love singing harmony.
Well, you also sang background on a huge song that every single person in the world knows, "Staying Alive." You actually did the background vocals for that?
Actually, that was the movie Staying Alive. So what was the... I'm trying now. I can't. Now you caught me. I can't remember what the name of the... It was the sequel to the first Staying Alive. So...
Okay.
Now I can't remember what the name of the... I worked with Johnny Mandel on that. So Johnny Mandel that wrote The Shadow of Your Smile and Suicide is Painless. I worked with him in the studio and did a bunch of movie themes, and I did some TV show themes, and just a lot of stuff. You know, when you're out in LA, there's a lot of opportunity out there, as Steve and Rock I know will agree with.
You know, you're still doing that, you know. She works all the time at Sugar Hill as a background singer, and she's the release of Steve Kreis's album Saturday. Tommie Lee is singing about a 15-voice choir.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
All the parts on this incredible song called "When the Levee Breaks," and so
that was so incredible. In the studio a couple of weeks ago, Rock said, "Hey, you want to come and sing on Steve's stuff?" And I said, "Yeah," and it was just magical. And that's the beauty of this business, is that you can sing anywhere now and fly it across the country or across the world. But we didn't have to. I mean, we were doing it over at the Red Shack, and man, Rock and I were just smiling, and we were just so happy.
You were just singing your can off too, man. We spent hours on it though, you know. And I don't think you've even heard the mix. I don't think you've heard the mix yet, but
no, I haven't.
It came out just incredible.
The danger is with Rock and also Andy Bradley at Sugar Hill, we all get so excited because I say, well, let's just do as many tracks as you wanted. Then when y'all mix, you can choose what you want.
Yeah,
and
right.
The problem is they say, okay, and then they want to curse me later because there's like 20 tracks and they can't.
I tell you
Sure,
what,
good.
with Pro Tools, you can have as many tracks as you want, and so there's at least 15 tracks of Tommie Lee on that.
Well, I can't wait to hear that. That's going to be amazing.
Well, the song, Work, the song is just so... It's so simple, but it just hits you right in your gut.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what moved me, I think, more than anything. I was just like, oh, my gosh, I love that.
Now, Tommie Lee, when is your record coming out?
Well, we haven't started working on that. Actually, that's not true. We've been working on it with this group, which keeps changing names. What are we now with the Superial Max?
Yeah, we're the Superials.
Superial Maximals of Perfectimism.
Yeah.
That's the new name of the band.
Wow.
So we keep changing. We keep coming up with new titles.
That's just an inside joke, Roy.
Yeah.
Okay, good. 'Cause I'll never get that right on the air.
I know. I said, can you imagine a T-shirt?
Yeah. Hey, Tommie Lee, you also did the starring role, Always Patsy Cline, for a little bit as well.
I did. It started out as a little bit and ended up, it was going to be 3 weeks, and then it was 5 months. And my husband played bass and sang and ran the sound at Stages Theater. It was a wonderful run, and then I did it a few times across the country. In fact, I did the first time they had Patsy Cline there. I took over for Casey Glass, who was the co-creator of the show, and I just fell in love with it. It was actually hypnotizing to do that show because I felt very protective, like a mama bear cub, guarding her cubs. I wanted that role more than anything, and but it was great because it got me into listening to Patsy Cline, and just what a voice.
And great music.
When I coach, I do coach singers, and when I tell them, especially the young ladies that want to know more about jazz singing or blues, I say, well, listen to Patsy Cline, because she wasn't just a country singer. She had an amazing voice. So Yeah, that was a fun show. I'm loving what we're doing now. We've got another project within the project called Kitty Litter, and that's a bunch of lady singers that around town. Gosh, Valerie Lee, Becky Williams, Jeanette McMahon, Donna Corley. We've got some guest stars coming. Evelyn Rubio is coming. I don't know if the guys mentioned that Evelyn's going to come out and sing and play her sax tomorrow night.
Oh, she's awesome.
He did not mention that. Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be very good.
Evelyn is just...
We're in good company.
I sang on her Spanish album. Now she's doing an English album, and she is so hot. I just love...
I heard Evelyn on
her
Bluesville.
Yeah.
I heard Evelyn on Bluesville one day.
She's been here a few times before with Alsta Haley, so she always puts on a great show.
Oh, yeah. And then Richard Brown is going to come out and sit in on the drums. I work with Richard Brown's big band.
Very nice.
And so I said, hey, come and sit in with us, and then we'll just have a party.
Now, is Kitty Litter working on a project, a recording project?
Yes, we are working. We're working on a project that will be it's more like a Broadway show.
Okay.
And it's just that's a whole different segment.
Well, you'll have to bring some of the ladies here in the studio and give us a little taste of what you're working on.
Oh, we will do that. We will be
all
more
right.
than happy.
I'm going to hold you to it.
The guys right there will be involved with it, so it's going to be an interesting show. I'll just have to say.
All right. Well, let me ask you this: give folks one reason to show up at the Boom Boom Room tomorrow night.
It's dance.
Okay.
Dance and just great music. People that love to play. I can't give you one reason.
Okay.
I guess
I'll give you one.
Because I keep moving.
I'll give you one. Cleanup woman.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it.
Are you familiar with the song "Cleanup Woman"?
I'm sure I will be after tomorrow night.
Oh my goodness! It's just, I am so glad we learned that song.
It's
going to be
so much fun.
Well, very nice. Well, Tommie, thanks for taking time out of your day to talk to us today.
Thank you for calling, Rourke, and thanks for all that y'all do there at KPFT. We love you.
All right, you bet, Tommie, and I can't wait to hear some kitty litter here in the studio. As weird as that sounds.
Okay, hey guys, I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, see you in a little while.
All right,
I
sweetie.
love you.
All right, have a great
you.
afternoon. And you
Bye.
gentlemen are going to sing us a song, is that correct?
We're going to
if we
attempt
have
to.
All right, let's see what you got. Give us a little taste. Now, of course, there's only 2 members here, but you'll have at least 6 people on stage with you, so this is the very stripped-down
this
version.
is pretty minimal. This is a song Ken actually